Humble pie has been served. Chips have been served. Let's go to Lunga. We need tea, some hot tea.
Welcome back to Isikhaxa Sendaba with Nokulunga. Intokazi enhle yakwathenje kwayo. Asisheshe siliphungele itiye lingakaze liphole. Now you remember 2 years ago, Mduduzi Shabalala went to go trial in the Belgian side of the world. And ibaye baba impressed, but izinto zithe ngathi ke uxeka kancane and they fell through. But despite that, ngizwe ngempukane inhlebela ukuthi there is another European club that has shown interest kuye Mduduzi Shabalala. Bathi give them a chance. Niyabona ukuthi basiphendula kanjani le space. And another person who has been given a chance with Petrus Mutipe ukuthi aphathe lapha ku-CAF. And yambona ukuthi ulahlela ama-increase left, right and center. Nini bekalahlela kuma-employees, manje sekawalahlela ku-the CAF upcoming competitions. Hayi lalela kumnandi in the football space. I am telling you. La ngekho mnandi khona i-Orlando Pirates ekuyambula ke mbeswa. Bedlala ne-Cape Town City and ngathi akuhambanga kahle. Kuyaxeka nyana, but sizobona ukuthi bayiqhuba kanjani le ndlela as they have a lot of matches back to back. So mhlambe bakhathele. I would and stuff. But congratulations to Cape Town City. I mean, it defeated Kaizer Chiefs. It defeated Orlando Pirates. I mean, the Soweto Giants. Okay. Sizonibona futhi in next week awuthi ngiphume ngikhiphe indaba zami ngizozibeka la. Sidlulise kubaphathi bendawo size ukuthi bathini.
Hey. They say it's a big badge, it's a big team, but it's got tea all over it. Mapagania. It's not me. It's not me. You'll speak to Lunga. But now there's come to things that are not nice. The first we heard it from Chippa United. They were not happy that their game was postponed this season. They were like, how can the league postpone the game? Nobody told us anything.
Yeah, administratively the league is becoming very poor, you know. We need an intervention. I think there's a certain position, if I'm not mistaken, that hasn't been filled. maybe that position causing all this havoc. But over and above, it was unfortunate what Chippa had to go through. And we don't want to see such things in our league. I mean, we've got one of the best run leagues in the continent. So we need to maintain that standard.
But Lufuno, with what's happening at Royal AM, it now puts the league in a very precarious position. Because now the league cannot fulfill its obligation to its sponsors. Because they cannot guarantee that all teams will be out on the field. The happenings at Royal AM, because now you've got players that did not get paid for December and all those things. Royal AM came out with a letter.
Yeah, it's been long coming. We know that the players were not paid in December. The players did not pitch in training. So as we speak, it means that Royal AM don't have players because the players hasn't come back. And for me, touching what SC said, we need to be consistent. You know, a certain Swallows gave Sundowns 3 points for exactly the same problem. So the league needs to move. That's why Chippa United came spitting fire to say, we don't know what's happening. They know that they should have been given 3 points because they did not come, and then we become consistent in that issue. But the Royal AM issue is, we know Nukovic issue. Yeah. They still owe Nukovic. FIFA is also looking. So it's not just a PSL issue. It's also FIFA issue. We've got big problems when it comes to that team, to be honest.
Royal AM, former Bloemfontein Celtics. But when you then look at that SC,
sure,
administratively, that's very disappointing from a Royal AM perspective because they were fighting FIFA, Kantekamo they're fighting SARS, now they must fight with the league and be able to do that.
You know, Royal AM Yamakata, because to be honest with you, administratively they were not a bad team, to be honest. They handle their business, and if they can't handle their business, they come out and say, guys, this is the situation. And now that they find themselves in this position, you ask yourself a question in terms of what's happening within that team. You know, as Lufuno has said, you look at it and you narrow it down, or you go back. You look at all the incidents that have come out. A certain player that used to play for Sundowns, you know, Nascimento came out at some point and said, hey, I haven't been played. There are so many players that have come out to say they haven't been played, you know. Yeah. And their problems are not only administratively, their problems are also on the field.
Because they can't even fulfill the DDC calendar.
Yeah, it's a big problem with the DDC as well.
They can't sign players. Which one has to applaud John Maduka, you know, with what he has done with that team, you know. It's amazing what he has done with the team, considering all the issues that has happened into the team. But then again, also the league should have intervened at some point, you know, to probably introduce something and say, you know what, let us take over the team when you're going through all these issues, so that we can be able to maintain to our sponsors, to our supporters, to give them what is it that's needed.
But because for me, and this is my defense to the league cannot be able to run for you.
Fact.
They have to wait for something to go wrong and then be able to step in. But even stepping, the league cannot go to SARS and say, right off the date.
Yeah.
The league cannot go to FIFA and say, right off the date. Those are things that Royal AM should have sorted out administratively, Lufuno.
Yeah, the league needs to apply their rules. One of the rules is that Royal AM needs to fulfill the obligations of fixtures. If Royal AM is not doing
Because you've
that,
got the Nedbank Cup that's coming up.
yes, if Royal AM
the league
is not
needs to be completed.
the league now has to intervene and say, hold on, we've got sponsors, we've got other teams that are now getting involved in your mess. So the league needs to act, and strongly so, to give direction to the team. If the team cannot be able to be run professionally, they need to say, hold on, I think maybe it's time for you to pass the team to somebody else, because they're struggling. They cannot fulfill leagues. I mean,
Imagine taking over all those things, eh? Yeah. I mean, it's going to be very interesting how much
You might as well be Royal AM instead of the league. But
Yeah.
with all that said, remember over this weekend, Lufuno and his winning gave us Madrid, Golden Arrows. You've got Supersport that's playing against Kukuni. Chipper's well rested, so
He's
we'll
well
keep
rested.
it there. Let us know what you think. Thank you for tuning in. It was lovely having you. Do we still say compliments and everything after week 2 or?
No, we're good.
Call him Bobo Barangwa Homo. So until the 6th month, have yourself a super one. Hope to see you next week.